current day media. Today, a pretty big show, for Amazon at least. The Boys season 4 released. And so, what do you think in preparation for a big show like this? What do you think would be a positive thing for the showrunners to say? Do you think they'd want to come out and say, "Hey, thanks to everyone who's stuck with us for 3 seasons and is enjoying the show. We like the support. We're happy and excited for you guys to keep watching, and we're excited for you to see season 4." Or do you think they might come out and say something like, especially during an election, the Boys was always about Trumpism. As the showrunners grows his darkly comedic satire of the franchise and spoofs a certain trial and presidential election in the new season, he says he's fine losing viewers who just figured out his social agenda, go watch something else. What do you think about that, No Green Rocks, as promotion for your upcoming show?
I mean, in all honesty, he needs to shut the hell up. I think most Hollywood actors, when it comes to their shows, they should let the show be and not make it one way or another, political or not. They could make the character all about Trumpism, but as long as they don't overtly say it, it's not going to turn too many people off, and it won't make headlines. See, that's the issue with a lot of comedy that people are trying to do nowadays. It's so focused on the political, and it's going to die out in 4 years or 8 years or however many years. The thing about shows is the rewatchability, right? I want to go back and be able to watch something over and over again. You have movies like Blazing Saddles. How many times have you seen that movie? I've probably seen it
Oh,
100 times. I don't
so
know
many
about
fuck.
you.
Where the white women at?
Exactly.
Oh boys.
See, so they had politics in there, but it was more political satire and not leaning one way or the other. And that's the problem with today is that everybody's trying to virtue signal so they get a certain type of group. Now, I do remember Eric Kripke saying he wanted to make the Boys indefinitely. And then all of a sudden now it's like, nope, it's ending after season 5. So I think they
Yeah,
might
that
have
was
taken
kind
a
of
hit.
strange to see. I mean, I'm happy they're ending it sooner than later. I feel like it has lots of potential to drag on and become less and less interesting. But I thought like heard something about them going for like 6, 7 seasons. Uh, but now they're cutting it off.
I mean, are you a fan of Supernatural?
I have not seen it though. I mean, I've heard good things about it, mixed things. Didn't it go on for like 13 or 14 seasons or something?
It went on for far too long, and that was the
Yeah.
issue with the show. A lot of people, uh, King probably knows, were big fans of Supernatural for many, many years, and then slowly started to fade off because they were running out of
Yeah.
story or was getting lazy. So I think people need to
Everybody,
remember: don't wear out your welcome.
yeah. Everybody knows like some of the best TV shows are like 5 to 6 seasons anyway. Seven if you're like, like if you got like one more good arc inside you, but usually 5 to 6 is like the book. So like them leaving on season 5, it's not a big deal to me. As far as them saying the Trump stuff or whatever, I mean, you didn't have to be like a rocket scientist to figure out who they were talking about, bro. Like, to be honest
And
with you,
I don't
like I'm kind of
understand
glad
that.
that he actually came out and said it and everything. It's like, at this
I
point,
don't get the mindset.
like,
Like he specifically says, "I'm fine with losing viewers. Go watch something else." And it's like that's half your audience. Like
you know
it's,
what? That's fine. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Who gives a shit?
but it
Because most
shouldn't be
people
fine
are
though, right?
gonna
Like
most
it should be
people
for
are gonna
everyone,
yo
right?
yo ho ho. Hold on. Most people are gonna yo ho pirate the shit anyway. So like so if they still want to watch, they're not gonna pay him or anything like that. You can get a hold
YouTube,
of
that is
media.
clearly
And
a
second of
joke.
all, like
Yeah, Chris is
second
talking
of
about
all,
Minecraft.
like, don't mean to take it to a political type of thing, but you know what? This is just going to help Trump's numbers go up even more. So, like, you know what? It doesn't even. I really don't care
But
because
I
that's the
you
thing.
know
think
Like
what?
people are
when I say
sick of
half the
it.
audience, it is half the audience because it's like the world's pretty split right now. Maybe even more so Republican than Democrat. But it is, we can vaguely say something like 50-50 to be broad, right? And you're telling half of the people this show isn't for you, and I don't think that's fine. I don't think that's something that we should have. It's like, oh, well, if you voted for Trump, then you shouldn't watch this show. I mean, there should be shows
No,
for
no, no,
everyone
no,
to
no,
watch.
no. See, there's a old school saying: you never go to a place where you're not welcomed and everything. So
Right,
if
right.
you're of the old school mentality like I am, I don't know how old you are. No green rocks or
Old
whatever.
enough.
But like your mom, like if you were invited to the party, you don't beg to stay at the party. You go create your own and everything. So like that's what I'm just saying. It's like
It just sucks though, because it
cares,
would
like
be cool to
like
have like I mean, there's a lot of good ideas and good, things. There are lots of aspects about The Boys I really like, and it's just unfortunate that those can't be, more of the focus rather than what we get,
like
which is
to
unfortunate.
me, I'm gonna still watch it because like I'm just one of them guys. I want to see the story at the end. So
Mhm.
like
Well,
you know what?
are you
Eh,
a fan of the books?
I haven't watched. I'm strictly TV show, but like my friends that read the comic books tell me like the watch the TV show or whatever. Like the comic books ain't really that good or whatever. Like lore
I
wise or
uh
whatever.
I actually have them on audiobook and I enjoy it quite a bit.
Oh,
The show,
wow!
yeah,
That sounds fantastic. Oh, is it, like, full cast or
yeah, full cast, full. So it's almost like an old radio drama, but the production quality is different voice actors, different sound effects, music. It's like it really uh digs you in there. It's called the company's called Graphic Audio. If you guys want to check it out, it's one of my favorite companies when it comes to audiobooks. But it's a great book. The show is pretty different from it, but you know I, I think the fact that they're pushing the politics in it is a massive issue, and it's going to turn off a lot of people. But people by now have watched season one, two, three, and four. So
Yeah,
like King here, they're going to be like, you know what? I don't like what he said, but I'll watch it because I want to see how the story ends. But they won't go back and watch it. A lot of these shows
yeah,
come back for rewatchability, and that's what makes the show great. Like, for example, you have
yeah.
Firefly, right? That was released not
You
in
mean Outlaw
order.
Star? I'm playing.
You, you know, people will go back and watch a show if it's good, and it'll become a cult classic
Yeah,
and become even more loved. I don't think with what they're doing, it's going to be that way, which is a little sad because the actors, the special effects artists, a lot of people worked very hard on it, and for
yeah.
somebody to come out and, say this kind of stuff, it kind of devalues the work that they have.
It
So I do
devalues the
feel kind of
product.
bad for them. Exactly. Yeah, they put a lot of energy into it,
Yeah,
and just like any art, like, you want it to last forever. You don't want it to last for now.
and
yeah.
it's so
That's how
unfortunate
I
because, like,
felt about
again,
like
I
Smallville.
I
Yeah,
love Smallville.
I really enjoyed The Boys season 1, and I thought season 2 was a bit of a step
Mhm.
down. It was still good. Again, lots of good elements I liked, but season 3, there were a lot of more things that just jumped out to me. It was just, "This doesn't make sense." The storytelling quality went down. There were more and more gender-driven elements, and I watched, episode 1 of season 4, and I've watched, like, most of episode 2. I've almost finished episode 2. But the wokeism agenda is dialed up to 11. Like, okay, so this isn't really spoilers. Frenchie's fully gay now. So if you thought Frenchie and Kimiko had some nice chemistry throughout the first 3 seasons and it was building up to something, no. Episode 1, episode 2, he's just sleeping with this dude who's a new character introduced, and they're just doing whatever they do that's gay every single night, which is, I guess, made a joke out of because they keep waking up together and they go to the bathroom and do stuff in the bathroom, and it's like Frenchie and Kimiko, they had this nice chemistry, characters, they're building up to something, right? I thought they were gonna be, together, even just have more of this, maybe even not even romantic relationship, right? But no, Frenchie's just gay now.
I don't particularly have a problem with him being gay. I have a problem with them forcing it, right? You have characters,
yeah,
like a lot of us know, Doctor Who, Captain Jack, right? He
yeah.
was, I don't know, like bisexual, alien sexual, whatever. But people still loved the character because it was part of who he was. There was no forcing it on anybody. With Frenchie, with what they've done over the past couple seasons, they've created that relationship between Frenchie and the Asian woman. I forgot her name,
Kamiko.
Kamiko, and
Kimiko.
you know they built that relationship up, and to throw it away just for that
Yeah.
is disrespectful to the fans, but also disrespectful to the character. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, they're trying to force an agenda, and how
Yeah.
long can people keep their eyes on that? People are going to be like, okay, episode 1, I want to watch. Episode 2, okay, I'll watch that because I
At
watched
this
episode
point,
1, and it'll start declining, and people will just stop giving a fuck.
It's just so random too, because
at
this
this
dude has
point,
not been in the first 3 seasons. He's just this random new dude introduced for Frenchie to bone every 5 seconds. Go ahead, please.
at this point, like nothing doesn't surprise me anymore. Like, to be honest with you, I think in season 1 they kind of hinted that Frenchie was bisexual, but everybody knows that bisexual means gay anyway. So like, is what it is. Um, so far what I'm watching, like I think it's pretty okay or whatever. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Is and like I said, like people that are saying that, oh, the boys is too political. Well, it's a political show. I don't know what else to tell you. Like I can't
I
get.
mean,
It's like saying
it
like,
is, but there's you can push the politics without having it be distasteful.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
think that's
I
the
got
issue
you.
for a lot of people. I
It's
don't
sort of
think it's
like how like
politics.
people say it's it's like I was saying, like, with the how when it comes to like, I don't know, like House of Cards, like, I be laughing at people when they say like, oh, House of Cards is uberly political. I mean, it's fucking House of
Yeah, that's
Cards.
part
Like
of
it's a fucking
it's part of the
political
story, bro.
yeah.
And
So
I
that's
mean, you
what
can
I'm just
obviously
saying.
that's
Like this
obviously
is
been an element of The Boys, but you can do that. I like fantasy politics, right? You don't have to keep equating it to modern politics again and again, and they just double down on
yeah.
that with the whole like Starlighters versus Homelanders, and it's so dumb, and it's not even like well done at all. It's obvious who the show thinks is good and who the show thinks is bad, and like the part of a good story, right? Is it's up to the reader or the interpreter, the watcher, to decide what they think
Yeah.
instead of having the show push again and again and again so blatantly. It's like they think we're idiots and we can't decide anything for ourselves.
Well, I mean, I could have told you that Homelander was gonna be the villain in the beginning, within
Ah,
the
yeah.
first season.
The funny
Like,
thing though, season 4 thus far, he's easily been the least bad person. The type of things that some other so-called good characters have done that the show obviously thinks they're good for doing is kind of bizarre. And I'll do a review, like a spoiler review, probably tomorrow for it. It's strange.